Everybody, it's Chris from SideshowGamble, and welcome back to the channel. So today, you'll notice there's no bankroll out there. And what we're going to try and do today is I'm just going to kind of go through how I dice set and throw. Now, I'm going to be upfront and say that I am no dice setter. I'm no professional. I'm just an amateur that likes to play craps, and I enjoy the game. I enjoy the math. I enjoy the bets. I enjoy the payouts. I enjoy the light side, the dark side. There's so many different ways to play this game. I enjoy them all. But what I really do enjoy about playing craps is I feel that for me, it is literally the only game in the casino that I get control of how my bets are going and my way of throwing the dice and feeling comfortable. And it takes a lot. Don't get me wrong. The first time I ever got out of craps table, my hand would just not stop shaking. It was just like this, constantly shaking until I got comfortable. And over the years, and this past year, just doing all the practice with you guys and rolling out on the strategies, I figured I would do a video. And the reason I'm doing a video is I started picking up on little subtle hints from watching all the other YouTube content providers like Jeff and George from CY, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic, John from Pro Craps, Midmo Yo, Invincible Cubes, Skill and Luck, Vince Armonti, Big AZ, even Jeremy, Jacob, all those guys, Jake and Rob from Square Pair. There's just a ton. Dice Grinders, Ed from all of them. Everyone has been phenomenal in this community, and I figured I should share what I have learned from everybody out there. So I do apologize. There's some talking in this. I know some guys are probably like, whatever. This guy's just going to talk. I don't want to talk that long. I just kind of want to walk you through what I do and how I do it, and maybe it'll help you. So I've taken a lot of lessons from a lot of different people, like, the dice barrel right here. Like, it's two dice. See, it's glued together. And what I did was I practiced with this because Ed told me and Clay told me practice with the dice barrel to see how I'm landing. And I did. I thought it was weird. Thought it was crazy. I used to do a backswing. And then I was told, try shooting from the deck. It was really weird when I started transitioning. But now I feel very comfortable with it. So that's how I throw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through the throw that I have really been practicing, and it's really been doing wonders for me. We're going to do a dice set, and it's going to be the 5-6-3-5 because it's the one I practice with a lot. But I want to show you guys kind of how I stand. So when I come up to the rail, I like to be stick left, preferably 1 or 2, but I think right now I'm more at the distance I am. I'd say I'm more stick left 1, somewhere in there. So figure 1 or 2 is where I'm at right now. So when I come up to the table, my left foot is forward, my left side, because I'm I'm throwing right-handed. I want to open up my hips for that throw. I don't want to be over myself and feel the tension right here. So left foot's forward, my right foot's back. I've got them pretty well locked, and I'm leaning against the table. So all my weight is against this table right now. I put my left hand right here, and then, whatever the dice are sent to me, I'll set my dice set. So we'll say like 5, 6. I know that that's the 6 and the 1's on the backside. And then I'll do 3, 5. So when I do this, I've seen a lot of people do this. They do this. And I've always wondered, what are they doing? Well, what they're doing is they're getting them flat, from backside, front side. And then once I got them, I got my fingers on the outside. I'm positioning my middle finger and my thumb so you can see it. And then I'm positioning right here so you guys can see it down there at that end. See this right between the pass line and the don't pass here? That's where I'm splitting the dice. There's a line there. I set them right on that line. And once it's done, I've got my hand over here is sitting flat on the deck. And then what I do, this is the first toss of the day. I bring the dice up without looking, and then I look. I close my right eye, and I make sure my dice aren't like canted at an angle like that. They're not like this. They're not like forward like that. They're flat. Like they're sitting perfectly midair. And then I find a spot. Like I want to stay low, so I find a spot just beneath the dice. Just beneath them. That's where, so when I'm doing this and I'm ready to throw, I'm staring at that spot, right? And then the instant my hand goes to pass, I let go of the thumb. That is the hard part that I see, right? So when I'm looking at the dice like this, like I've got them lined up, that first throw, and then I look down, I'm looking at the D on the don't pass on the far end. When I bring the dice up, I want to release right about here. Well, guess what I'm staring at? I'm staring right at the bottom of the dice. I'm staring right at this line, right? That's where I'm staring. That's what I see. This line right here. So that is what I stare at. I don't remove my eyesight from it. I just stay staring at it. So we got a 5, 6, 3, 5. Let's see how this is working. This is probably not going to go very well. All right. Got my hand. I'm resting. I'm not holding it up. I'm not straining it. And then I'm looking. And we got a 6-2 easy 8. All right. So we're going to mark it. See? And there we're out on the 8. Now, I'm not saying this keeps off the 7, folks. Every dice combination will give you a 7. All right? It's just maintaining the same thing over and over and over as many times as you can, and you do all right. That's what I've learned. It's in the release, the grip, the stance. It's not as much the dice. The dice can give you whatever numbers you want. And then after you've done this a few times, you figure out what dice combination you need to set to give you the numbers you need to get. So let's try this again. And we got a hard 6 down there on the end. Right there. We'll do a couple more throws. So obviously that didn't give us, obviously, hopefully we're playing the 6, depending on the strategy you're playing. But that's all I do. I just try and maintain the same position that my body's in. Same spot. And what I like about this is if I learn this mechanic when I go to the table, doesn't matter what table I go to, I can do the same thing every single time. Because I'm looking on the table that I'm playing to find out my key features to toss. And there's a hard 4. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's taken me a lot of practice, lots of practice, and I'm still not that good. All right? I'm still learning, still tweaking my throw. And I think a lot of dice setters out there, I got it. There's a lot of people that say dice setting isn't a thing. But I look at it very simple. If there's any way that I can give myself an advantage, I will take advantage of it. So that was off the mark. We didn't even hit the landing zone because we haven't talked about the landing zone. But that's a 4-1. All right. So we're doing good at building the small right now. But we're just sticking to the same routine. And I don't have a hard grip. It's just a very soft grip. And that was high. And it's still a 5-3 easy 8. And folks, that's the point. All right. So we hit our point. And look at that. We are 5 rolls in, and we've hit the point already. That's what I love about it. It's not exactly about the dice combination, because you can change the dice combination once you figure out. And I was learning this from Skill and Luck. He was talking to me about it the other day when we did the Scrabble fight. He was like, use 2 different colored dice. And I've done that before, I think. But I use 2 different colored dice. And what that can do is you can go on and get the bone tracker, and then you can use that to figure out your left dice and your right dice. And you just throw. But focus, don't focus on how many 7s you throw or 6s or 9s and 10s. You just keep throwing and throwing until you've thrown probably, I'd say average, get to around 600 plus throws, and then look at your statistics, and you'll figure out what side of the dice you're typically landing on. Then you can make adjustments to go, okay, maybe if I throw this dice set, I should keep off that 7 a little more. People have done the work, guys. Go and check it out. So we'll give it one more shot here. And I say that, and it's always, that's the dreaded statement. One more. Well, let's see. Just a light grip on my thumb. My thumb is not, it's not turning a different color because I'm pressing so hard. Just a light grab. And there's a hard 4. So we're going to come out on the hard 4. And like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, but I just want to kind of show you guys how I practice. And trust me, I got very frustrated for a long time in, I was hitting too many big reds and so forth. And don't get me wrong, big red is going to come. Don't think that it's not, because it is. But if you can find a way to stay it off for a little while, why wouldn't you do it? And there's a midnight train. All right, we got the midnight. And that's what I love about this game. It's great to play. You really get to learn yourself and you learn your skill. And heck, trust me, about a year ago I couldn't throw worth crap. Now I've learned to control my emotions and my arm. And there's a 6-4-10 on the end. That's going to be a Waylon's best friend right there. And tell me your thoughts on this. I mean, if you've got different ways of tossing, by all means, I will listen. Trust me. Anything that's going to help my game, I am going to take note of it. I usually like to watch, like Jeff at Mid-Atlantic is the one that taught me this stance, because I just watched this video. It's not like we talked about it. I just watched how Jeff threw, and then I mimicked it. And there's a hard 10 on the end. We'll go ahead and mark that up. That's all it is, folks. It's just about being consistent. And I feel that my consistency is, I think the military has given me a certain set of skills. And I enjoy it. And there's another hard 10. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that I'm hitting that 10 as much as I'm hitting. That's 3 in a row right there. Imagine power pressing that. $25 bet on the 10 is now, you paid $50. Now we got a $75 bet on the 10. We just hit it again. So the first hit paid $75. Now we're paid $50. Second hit, we were at $75. Now we get paid $150. All right, that was on the second hit. So now we're at $225 on that third hit right there. What are we at? That's $450 plus the $225 that's on there. Pull the 25 off, pull the 400, let the 200 ride, and you've not only done, I don't even know how many 25s are in that. A lot. And you'll learn your signature number, then you get more confidence built. And there's a hard 6. Right there. I just wanted to show this. It's nothing, and don't get me wrong, I talk with a lot of the guys out there, and, every single one of them has their own unique spin on things. And what I've learned is it's about being comfortable. If you are not comfortable in your toss, then you're not going to toss good. And there's another 6-4-10 on the end, folks. 6-4-10. All right, right there. So what I learned is I tried different things and it wasn't working for me. Like I was doing the backswing, I was standing weird. And I realized I just need to find a comfort spot. So just find what's comfortable throwing dice. Don't work on mechanics and your visual cues on the table. Just find a comfortable way of throwing and then adjust your visual cues to your throw style. And I'm telling you, it pays off. That was high. That was really high, but that is a 3-1-4. That is our point right there. That was a high throw, but we hit the point, and guess what? We're at 13 rolls. We've hit 2 points, and we're making money. We're hitting box numbers. We did have a horn in there, which is fine. The horn's going to come, but look at this. We need the 2, the 3, the 9, and the yo. And those will come. You just stay focused to what you're doing. Just continuous, folks. So hopefully this video helps you guys. I greatly do wish the best for everyone at the casino. And as I think Brian says, may the dice be nice to you. And if you can stay consistent and stay focused, don't get emotional. Don't just start whipping them down there. Take your time, breathe. I mean, I didn't even talk about my breathing. My breathing, I usually breathe out. It's like shooting. You know, pew pew. You know, when you're learning how to shoot, you got fundamentals to shooting. You get your sight picture. As you breathe out, you kind of hold and you squeeze. You don't pull. You squeeze until you hear the pop or the bang or whatever you want to call it. And then you continue to hold your sight picture and get back on your sight picture and then make sure you hit your target. That's all we're doing is we're taking the fundamentals of that and we're applying it to here. Whatever you use that can do repetitive. Hopefully this video helps you guys out there. It's helped me greatly from the community. I figured I would share. And yeah, to everyone out there, keep throwing them dice and keep winning that money. And as always, love for red. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later.